All right, let's do this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm officially a Wayland shill now. Yep, it's happened. No. But I have found an amazing project I need to let everybody know. So, if just an update for people that don't follow every whim I have in Linux. I've been pretty much Xorg, DWM. That's my solid. If I just want to work and just have everything just go and not have to worry about anything, that's usually my setup. It's the same on my laptop. It's the same on my desktop. It's a very simple setup. However, I am not completely immune to the fact that it doesn't look amazing. You know, it's not like I'm just not winning any award contest for most beautiful. And it's a bit of an ugly duckling, but it works every time. So that's why I use it. You know, very much a function over form approach. You know, but at the same time, I really love some of the hotness of Wayland and some of the new like Hyprland. It looks good. And there's some setups out there that just, just beautiful. Way better than anything I've ever seen. Now, having said that, the big drawback was I have a 2PC setup and I've been using Synergy, Barrier, Input Leap. You've probably heard of all these projects. And it gives you the ability to have one keyboard, one mouse, and share between two computers, two monitors. A very essential part of my workflow, and I can't live without it. But yesterday, I was kind of poking around as I do on GitHub, and I saw a new project enter the arena. Not the prettiest project, but at the same token, it works. We've got it working in Wayland. And I want to show you what this entails because it's kind of amazing. I look at it, I'm like, whoa. All right. So this is currently my Hyprland setup. It's bare bones, right? So we got just the basic animations. You got your windows with all that cool hotness. Yeah, that's neat. But I really don't care very much about all that. It's aesthetically pleasing, but not like, oh my gosh, game changing. The big thing here is, did I have it right over here. Land mouse. This is the most basic program setup, but whoever designed it did it in a way that I was like, oh, thank God. At least I can use Wayland now with sharing between here and switching between my one PC and this PC without having to go to Xorg. So the problem has been solved. Now, is this a good project? Would I recommend it to you all? Past this stream, I'm probably not going to talk about it very much, mainly because it's not exactly secure. The big problem here is everything's done in plain text. There's no encryption. So what does that mean? It means if someone knows my IP address and gets on my network, well, they're going to have access to my computer, which could be an issue. So if all of a sudden my stream shuts down or, something funky happens on here, I probably got hacked. Someone on my network got on land mouse and started having some shenanigans. I'm not giving anybody ideas now. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying, don't go to your coffee shop and do this. That would be kind of hilarious. Don't go to the coffee shop and start streaming with land mouse running in the background. Bad things. So that's the downside to land mouse. I still say there's a future in it with input loop. Land mouse is also very bare bones. It's not like a crazy project. It is a very bare bones project. I'm really appreciative of its existence because otherwise I'm just going to stick on Xorg all the time. But I truly think the input leap people is where it's going to probably go to. I think they will eventually solve all the woes of Wayland and it'll work great. But every time I try it so far, it doesn't work. They've kind of waffled back and forth on it. And I think they just have a lot of problems with Wayland where Landmouse just came out of nowhere, just smacked me in the face and was like, hey, here you go. This works. It's not super secure. We don't have any encryption or anything crazy. But I mean, honestly, if someone gets on my local area network, the least of my worries are them messing around with my keyboard and mouse through a remote terminal kind of thing. It's more of, hey, what are they copying? What files do they have access to? That's much more important. So in a private network, great. I think this is a fun solution. In a public network, you'd have to be completely crazy to use something like this. So that's what I'm doing, and having this, whew, that's cool. So now the next thing I want to show you is another project. Where do we go from here? Now that we can actually use this full time, where do we go with Hyprland? That's the big thing, because Hyprland can do some really cool stuff. And a buddy of mine at work yesterday was like, I always made fun of him because he was doing Hyprland. He's a bit younger than me. And I'm like, oh gosh, you youngsters and your rices on Linux. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to install all this crap. You're going to try and rice this thing out, and then you're going to get an update and everything's going to break. He laughed. And I was pretty much right for a good bit there. And then he found a cool project, and he was like, hey, check this desktop out. He showed it to me, and I was like, ah, damn it. That's really good. That's clean. So I think we're going to recreate this project, probably put our pirate hat on and steal away a lot of the coolness of it, because probably make it our own. Like there's certain aspects of the project I think he uses, like Spotify and other like AI crap. There's like an AI sidebar that's I think probably worthless. We'll probably get rid of a lot of the stuff out of it, but the actual base and bones of the project are really interesting. He doesn't use Waybar. He's using some other bar I haven't actually messed with, and it looked amazing. So let's show that. I think it'd be fun. Let me pull it up. I forgot to pull it up before the stream, so give me a second. I'm just gonna look at that. I can't remember what the address was, so 1 second, and I will get that. It's made by End-4 dots for Hyprland. This right here is kind of cool. So this is a pretty big, look at this. It's got almost 4,000 stars, and it's a Hyprland's dot, but this guy put in some work, or gal. I gotta say, it's really cool. So I wanted to, of course, there's anime. What is it with Hyprland and anime? I think we're going to try this out, though, because I was like, this is kind of cool, and I wanted to try it out. Now, he has just a simple bash curl for Arch Linux. We might try this out on just a VM and then see how it looks. And then from there, oh, actually, we can't try it out on a VM because Hyprland never works on VMs. I wish there was some way around that. Like maybe Vaxry could design like a basic, no animation, stripped down version of it that doesn't need that. But let's take a peek. There's also like a really cool cheat sheet I thought was kind of neat, and a lot of things to just steal here. Now, looking at this install file instead of just curling it, let's actually read the install, because this is pretty in depth, I want to say. Can we share the link? Yeah. So this is going to be, I'm going to share the link in main for y'all. So if you want to follow along at home, y'all can have fun. I don't know. Oh, no. Oh, I got to do it through, let's go Chatterino. I don't have shared clipboard anymore. That's one downside to land mouse compared to the Synergy counterpart. I do not have shared clipboard anymore. I'll have to think of a solution on that side of things. It's not the end of the world, though. Let's go Chatterino. And I kind of want to redo my Rofi, too. I don't like how that's set up right now. But anyways, that is the web address for it. Yeah, this is a pretty epic dot file. Do we just run it first out of the box and then try and modify from here? Let's see what it's doing first. That's the big thing I want to start out with. Because before you run a script just all willy-nilly online, you should read it and see what the heck it's doing. So I want to see how in depth, how much extra crap is he piling on here? And that's kind of a legitimate concern. So he's using yay instead of paru. It's fine. I don't really care which one we're using. I think you should have probably done some checks to say, hey, are you using yay or paru? And then not install if you don't need. And set explicit to implicit, which is removing comments, I guess. On this read array, all dependencies. Okay. Attempting to set previously explicitly installed deps as implicit. Interesting. And let's get into the core dependencies and meta packages. He's grabbing... It does use a lot of GTK, I've noticed. Which GTK is a little more aesthetically pleasing than Qt in a lot of instances, so not exactly that surprising. We're grabbing... It's using Git for a lot of stuff. I would much rather use like a hyper bin type style for this. Let's go paru ss hyper. So when you're doing the Hyprland stuff, because if you use Git through the AUR, it's building directly from the repo every single time. And the problem I have with that is, one, it changes a little too much. And two, whenever you go to update your system, it's going to take a century because it's rebuilding from source every time. Or if you're just grabbing bin files, it's just a much easier update. So you got hypercursor git. That was one that's going to get grabbed. Hyper git. And let's keep going here. Hyper paper git. Oh, maybe there is no bin files for it. I thought there was. Hyper utils. Hyper paper. Hyper lock. Hyperlang, Hyprland, hypercursor. Okay, yeah. So this is what I'd prefer to use. The stuff directly in Pacman and avoid the AUR wherever possible. Yeah. Oh, you can't see the packages for flex purposes. Pop, I think, did we fix that? I thought we added it in a stream. Oh, I wiped it out before committing the change. We actually fixed it, Pop, in one of the streams, and then I forgot to commit the change. So I fixed it and then I deleted it. See, this is why I always like to try and commit everything direct online and share it as I do it. Otherwise, I end up redoing all my work. We can fix it though. Let's just do that real fast. Anyways, well, I'll do that here in a bit. Just remind me later. I want to just continue getting through the rest of this install. So this is one issue I don't really like. All these, I think Hyper Wayland Scanner, that's kind of a unique package. Let's see what other options do we have. Is there Git only on this one? Yeah, see, this is in there as well. So you don't really need all these Git packages. I wonder if we avoid these and just try to go directly in with that. How would that look? Curious. Check the chaotic and arco Linux repos. They have the bin if these are files. So yeah, you don't need chaotic repo at all. These are actually in the base repos. It's Captain America. Thanks, wifey. Did you ever try DWL? I didn't, Sal. We'll probably get to DWL eventually. That's probably where we'll actually end up. All right, so looking back through this whole repo with all of our commands, I think we avoid installing all the stuff from Git. See if it works off of taking all the configuration. We also need to skip. He likes a fish by default setup. Also, I want to say this setup does foot for your terminal instead of, a better terminal. I don't like foot. I don't like fish and I don't like foot. I think those are two obscure packages. Now, AGS was the bar that he was using instead of like Waybar would probably be the biggest one. I was using Gbar last time we were over here. Status bar's bloat. No, we're going to get it. We'll probably do AGS for the bar. And then for Hyprland, change these out. That's fine. And then he's doing a copy of local bin to home. I wonder what he's got in his bin. Let's see. Local bin. He's got a fuzzy emoji. So he's got basically an emoji picker. And then something called Ruby Shot, which is just a bash file. Huh, okay. Using way shot. I don't know what that is. It's interesting. So that's what we have out of this configuration. I think what we're going to do is just fork it and kind of change it, the things I don't like out of it, just so it's not installing a bunch of stuff and building forever. And then we'll probably say, okay, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, and then see what we can change from it. So let's take the project real fast, .hyprland, and we're just gonna do a fork. We'll just call it, what was End-4 Hyprland? Let's call it End-4 Hyprland. End-4 Hyprland. I hate minimalism, so that's awesome. This is very much not a minimalist that set up 100%. Modifying End-4's Hyprland dots to sane settings. Yeah. So let's fork this guy, and then let's go through and just start changing all the stuff that we want to change. So now we have this. I like where we're at. Let's go ahead and clone it. Let's go into our GitHub, and we're going to just do a repo clone, and we called it End-4 Hyprland. So we'll clone that, and then we have all our files. So this is what we're looking at. First off, let's go through the install, change it around. So before we start checking for Pac-Man, all this, I don't really care about this. We'll end up probably dumping most of this script at the end of the day, but I don't want to modify it too heavily before we get going. So explicit, implicit, blah, 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 continuing down. Let's get to the package installs, the meat and potatoes. This is where I was like, ooh, okay. Let's get rid of git, and you know what? Let's just go -git, and man, I almost want to just wipe out. Nah, we're gonna go through line by line. So if I do a global replace, that could end up in disaster. And then we got that plasma integration. Let's see if we got git anywhere else. Logical impulse microtext git. And then you have one UI icons.git. Kind of want to see what logical mouse has. Again, avoiding the AUR wherever possible, because eventually we do want somewhat of a stable system. The thing about this is if you just go all willy-nilly with AUR, you will end with a broken system. It's just a matter of time. That is, you know, you can set your watch to it, like death and taxes. Let's go microtext. See what we got. Let's go impulse. It's not even in the AUR. Huh. Okay. So that's not even there. So I don't know where the hell that's meta packages. Maybe, oh, you know what? That's actually in the local directory here. So never mind. This is the local builds. We're not going to change anything there. Then we're doing a custom icon theme. Babata. Modern classic. Sounds swanky. All right. Sounds like a hipster soy latte drinking icon set if I ever saw one, but okay. All right, then we got our current builds. All that's fine. I think it's going to be fun. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. Let's go through the Hyprland comp file next in the dot files, because it's going to overwrite our existing one. I wonder if it shows any options for fish, because I really don't want fish. Okay, for .config, but not AGS, not fish, not Hyprland. Okay. Case skip fish. I think we do have some options to skip fish. God, I don't want to use fish. People are like, what's with all the fish hate? I'm a bash guy, and honestly, ZSH is fine too. ZSH is POSIX compliant, so is bash. Fish is absolutely not POSIX compliant, so when you go to the problem with running like a fish terminal, eventually you're going to run like a bash script, and then that shit's just not going to work. It's going to be broken. And the reason why it's broken is because you're using fish like a big weirdo. Don't do that. Just pick bash or ZSH. Fish is awful. It just, come on. Fish isn't even a shell. Yeah, I get that fish does have some more sane syntax and decent defaults, but again, at the end of the day, it's not POSIX compliant, and almost every script you're going to run online is going to be some form of a POSIX script, whether it's bash script, whether it's a ZSH. There's a lot of different ways to spin that, but you're going to run into problems. I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, ZSH is nice because of plugins. I have to revisit ZSH at some point in time. I haven't tried Cosmic yet. Cosmic I'm going to get to, though. Like I said, I wanted a little more time for Cosmic to bake. I don't want my initial impressions to be the alpha or beta of Cosmic. I want to wait for a little more of a stable release before going in and roasting it. Hopefully I don't roast it. It would be great if it didn't. That would be a bonus. Let's go Hyper. I'm kind of curious what he's doing for... Let's go hyprland.com. Okay. Oh, wow. All right, so he broke it all out to Hyprland subdirectories. We got environment, exec, general, rules, keybinds. Oh, for custom. I kind of want to go through each one of these. I know that's a little bit of a stretch, but I do want to just see. So these are our basic colors. We're probably not going to change anything here. Just wanted to look. And then we got environment, which would be kind of interesting. Nothing, just setting some environment variables, it looks like. I like all that. It's pretty well structured. Let's try, so we've done colors, environment. Let's go general. You have monitor preferred auto, keyboard layout US. So if you are foreign or you want a different US language, you change it in here. Binds, gestures, gaps. Oh, that's a little much on the gaps. I'm not a big fan of gaps, so we'll probably change that out at some point in time. But I do want to just leave all this stock for now. I want to just not be surprised when we boot in for the first time, should it work. So we got environment, colors, general. Let's go to rules. This is kind of a cool thing too. The other day I was helping someone with Hyprland, and they asked about swallowing. And when you launch something from, well, they didn't directly ask about it, but the idea is when you launch a program from terminal, you want that program to swallow the terminal, and then whenever you close the terminal, it'll just give it back. So that was, that's the idea behind this. And so we'll probably add some swallowing rules, which Hyprland does have swallowing, which is great. Gotta have the swallowing. So important. All right. So then we got execs. These are what's getting executed on startup. We have an agent. You have AGS. So that's the top bar. SWWW daemon, I'm not sure on. An input method. I guess SWW might be the wallpaper, actually. Yeah. So then we got our input method. I'm not sure what FCITX5 is. I haven't used that. He's using GNOME keyring daemon. Yeah, I guess you could. Because everything's GTK. I get it. A lot of times I end up using something pretty bare bones like LXDE or even an XSE authentication agent. But honestly, I kind of want to leave it all GNOME and GTK just so we don't have any theme mismatches. Yeah, Hyper idle. Probably. I don't know if we're about doing that. Dbus is needed. As with all window managers, should be using Dbus. And then you have activation environment, setting that up. And then Hyper PM reload. I'm not sure what that is. Is that Hyper cursor or what's the Hyper PM? Let's look that up. Easy effects for audio. WL paste is clipboard stuff. And then cursor. This is the Hyper CTL set cursor. That's just setting the cursor. What's Hyper PM? Let's take a look at that. So if we look at Hyper PM, I wonder what it is. Just looking at each individual one using plugins. All right, getting plugins. Hyper PM. Oh, it's a plugin manager. Okay, well that makes sense. Okay, so good to know. And then Hyper CTL is just setting Hyprland cursor. We might do like NWG look is another way to skin that. So now that's the base configuration. There's nothing really much in there that I would change around. I want to kind of see what the custom one looks like now. And what we'll do here is let's just go from the bottom up, or go from rules. Nothing there. Gotta stop quitting out. General, nothing there. Environment, nothing there. Execs, nothing there. I kind of like how he separated everything out and kind of left a blank slate for people. He didn't make any real choices for them. How neat. Oh, check out Hyprland Starter. It also has great configs. All right, Adam, let's see. Let's also look at that. I do want to run this real fast just to see what the stock install is before we get going. First up, though, before we get too crazy, let's see what our last backup is. Because when we start modifying the system, I know I never break anything, but it could happen. And Timeshift is not launching. What's going on with Timeshift? Launcher? Is Timeshift... Oh. Is Timeshift Xorg only? Well, shiitake mushrooms. That's not good. Let's try Timeshift GTK maybe? Alright. Yeah, huh. Okay, you have to do CLI. Timeshift's Xorg only. There's always that one, right? So let's go Timeshift list. Everything in Linux, though, can be run from the from the terminal. All right, last one was at 09:05. That's today at noon when I booted the system. We do a fast fetch. That was roughly an hour ago. Hour 25 ago was our last backup. Okay, we're good. Who needs a GUI? What are we, Windows users? Ah. Alrighty, good to know. So we have all our keybinds over here. I kind of want to steal from my other Hyprland one. Let's go file browser and go back into. All right, let's go into like .config, I guess. Oh, I'm like purposely doing this the long way just so I can start to get some muscle memory with Vim. So I'm not constantly quitting Vim, moving around in the terminal, and then coming back into Vim. .config, come on. It's hidden, so it's not showing. And then let's go hyper. Yeah. And what I want to do is kind of pull in my Hyprland. The big thing I want to do here is grab some of the stuff. So I was using the Mate authentication agent. We were using SWW at the end of the day. How about that? Gbar. You know, honestly, I don't really see anything I'm going to take from here. The rest of this looks fine. I mean, eventually I'll probably do my land mouse, but everything else looks pretty custom. Yeah, maybe some of the binds I will grab and we'll do that. So key bindings like Looking Glass, Thorium. So let's take that. Let's put this guy here. All right. And then, noob on the loose. And then we got this. All right. Screenshot. Oh, I was using Grimblast. I like Grimblast. Anywho, that's all fine. We'll grab this guy as well. We're not using Swaylock anymore. We'll use the new hotness that is Hyperlock. Ooh, I need my Alacrity and Thunar, really. And then for Rofi, I really don't like this bind. I probably would do like a Rofi show. But I actually kind of miss my old method of doing this, which if we look through, is there anything else I want to steal from my old config? Oh, how are we doing the binds for the switching and moving? I imagine it would still be the same. It's quite the assumption though. Yeah, I feel like let's grab the switch and move just to make sure that's fine. Oh, and then the NVIDIA enable as well for the binding and environment. So NVIDIA environment, let's switch that out too. So we're gonna take this guy. I don't like that. Let's just call these switch workstations or workspaces. And then I think I grabbed this. I mean, it's fine. Move, switch workspaces. Yeah. So I like this. This is fine. But we do need to also change Did I save? Yeah, I saved. Environment. So we do need our NVIDIA enable. Yes. Ah, dang it. Yeah. Fat finger that one. As soon as I did it, I was like, no. Okay, so we got NVIDIA. We're still using thorium. Of course, Pickley. That is awesome. I appreciate all the contributions. You know, a lot of people don't understand the power of open source. And, you know, it's one of those things that even someone like me that's relatively new to programming, especially like new programming languages like Rust or hell, even C# and other ones I venture into. I definitely have a lot of experience with traditional scripting, even some old school C++ back in the day. But I really appreciate a lot of the contributors. I learn a lot from code review. I'd say way more than I have from, you know, like a book like this. Yeah, it's great, but you can't really pick up and learn all of it from here. You need examples, and examples in a book are great, but at the same time, when you're actually coding and doing it, it's just so much better. And when you have like a real, you know, I want to do this. How is that done? And then seeing other collaborators, one, do the thing you're looking for. But more often than not, it's stuff that I never even thought of. I'm like, oh, yes, that's exactly what I need. I would have never done that. And that's awesome. And that just kind of puts one more tool in the toolbox. For one of my programs, I had to use C++ to make it run in Windows PE. Oh, I could use MFC or ATL. I had to call pure Windows APIs. That sounds terrible. Well, hopefully it was well documented for you, Coding Wonders. I know Microsoft has a very dodgy track record for documentation. Okay, so we got our environment here. I feel good about all this. I think we can just blow out our existing Hyprland. Let's go back into our build directory, and we're going to go into that. Did I not? Well, what happened to End-4? Oh, I didn't put it in my build directory. That's in the GitHub directory. Okay. Okay. So we got pretty much all our binds in place. We have everything. I think we run the install file. See what happens. The main thing we changed here was going from Git installs, because I didn't want it just sitting here building forever. And then changing some of the base configuration, mainly just adding to the custom. So nothing too bad. I kind of want to just show the stock config from this with some slight modifications, obviously, for the tools I use. And then let's see what we get. So let's just go install, see what we got. All right. Only works on Arch Linux and Arch-based distros. Does not handle system-level hardware stuff like NVIDIA drivers. That was that environment variable we added to it. If you do have problems with NVIDIA on Hyprland, there's a couple things. First, don't do Hyprland in a VM. It always ends in a disaster. Second, make sure you read the official Hyprland docs. They're actually quite good on NVIDIA to get them working. After you've done this, make sure you've backed up .config and .local folders. Oh, no, you're not going to remove my folders, are you? Oh, really? That's not cool. Are we doing a RM command? I don't see. Okay. Okay, we're not doing a remove. I was like, oh, come on, man. Don't tell me you're deleting a bunch of files. I'd be like, that ain't cool. But it doesn't look like he is. He could in like a subscript that I missed, because we are pulling in some other scripts. Screw it. Let's just do it. I want to see it work. We hadn't broken anything in a while. So let's just say, yeah, we backed it up. Do you want to confirm every time before a command executes? Yeah, I do. I want to see what the hell it's doing. So first up is an update. Sure. Go ahead and update. It's only a small update. If there's nothing about me that you don't know already, I like to YOLO sometimes. But I mean also for entertainment purposes. Because that's typically what a normal person would do. They'll be like, let's just YOLO it. Because I kind of want the experience of an average user. If I was just playing it safe all the time, it'd be so boring. I think that's another thing that I should have probably said at the start of this stream is while Xorg and DWM aren't the prettiest thing out there, they are super stable and reliable, which I think I did say. But the other thing I'd probably say about them is it's really boring. And I know people get tired of looking at it. And the fact that everything just works all the time and I don't run into any bugs or any errors, it's kind of, you know, sometimes you just need a little excitement in your life. And if you just don't get that with a DWM Xorg setup. Every update, you're just like, yeah, sure, just run it. It'll be fine. It's not going to mess with my window manager because I built that. And all the dependencies are so ancient that they never change either. So I don't really have to worry about many updates. Where when you're on like a Hyprland and something that's like being built in real time, every update's like, oh no. Do you think it's going to break something? Yeah, probably. What do you think it's going to break? How much stuff do you think it's going to break? And that's where like the Hyprland Wayland comes into play, where it's like, you know, if you really want some excitement in your life, I feel like that's what you got to do. Anyways, all right. So now we're going to do install Yay. I mean, I think I already have Yay installed, to be honest. Don't we? Oh, I don't. I already have Paru, but whatever. Sure. Install Yay too. I don't care. You know, Yay is more efficient than Paru. It's 3 letters, not 4 letters. I guess then Paru people are like, oh, you could just make it alias, Titus. God, you noob. All right, set explicit to implicit. Sure. All right. And then we got our local package build. We're pulling in Impulse Audio. Kind of cool. So we got a little special audio stuff going on. And then next up is the backlight. We don't need the backlight. Let's just skip it. Impulse Basic. Sure. All right. Proceed with the installation. Hey, Sleepy, how you doing? All right. So now the next one up is going to be Logical Impulse font themes. This is probably going to be pretty extensive. So what's he grabbing? He's using... Oh, man. Look at these fonts. Ugh. Gross. Yeah, this is where you get into the Rices, Linux Rices. The one thing I always critique on a Linux Rice, especially the one like this, it's beautiful. I'm sure it's going to look beautiful, is they always end up grabbing these weird off-the-wall themes instead of using like a standardized theme like Fonts Awesome or a nerd font. That's a standardized theme, which is, you know, obviously there is those dependencies in here. But every time I look at a Linux Rice, they start grabbing weird crap like this. These aren't big deals, honestly. It's just downloading a crap ton of more obscure fonts that you're going to install on your system. Why I hate this is I'm thinking of installing this on like Debian or something like that. Good night. Trying to track down these fonts to install them and all these things because these packages won't be on Debian. It would just be a complete nightmare. So anyways, we're just going to install these fonts. Sure. Just have at it. But that's one thing I would really wish more people that did Rice, and maybe it's just how their brains work. Any good designer I've met that had a lot of like a good eye for just something beautiful typically kind of sucks at back-end work and making things clean and efficient and functional. They usually just kind of toss everything at the problem. And I think that's just the difference between like left and right brain people. Oh, fish and foot. Ugh. We'll just go ahead and install it. We're going to have to change that. Feels gross. But again, I want it to look nice on the first startup, and then we'll start changing. When is Debian, Titus? Oh, soon. We got to revisit old Debian, Titus. There is no left or right brain people. I think I should I agree with that, teraflops. I think some people tend to be more left-brained or tend to be more right-brained people. I'm rather creative, and at the same time, so obviously when it comes to, what is it? That's more right-brained when you're creative? I don't remember. And then analytical. Very, very analytical. Almost to a fault. And I would say I don't have a really good eye for what looks good. Fashion, desktop environments, those types of things. I'm like, okay, this is functional. I like that. So I do think there is a little more of a skew on left and right. I think some people skew one way or the other, whether it's, okay, I like stuff that look really pretty, more form over function, and then some people are more function over form, where they really don't care how it looks. And I think, honestly, there's a good blend between the two that you can strike. It's just difficult. All right. So now, all right, here comes all the gnome stuff. What are we grabbing? Bluetooth crap, GTK common stuff, color manager, key bindings. Nothing too bad here. Just give me a minimal desktop. I know. If I'm trying to get work done, I agree with you. But sometimes I want stuff to look pretty too. So this is a good exercise in just how pretty things can look. All right, we're going to go GTK dependencies. What are we getting? Mostly just U-Power, which I thought I already had. Oh, I did, yeah. So we're only grabbing Gspell, Mako, Markdown. Oh, I didn't have XDG user directories in YAD and YDO tool. YAD, I think it was calendar-based stuff. I think I was using YAD for a calendar last time I was using that package. All right, next up, Impulse Portal. This is probably just going to be all the XDJ stuff. Should already have most of it. Now, can we just say no to this? Because I think I already have Hyprland. Let's see what's installed. Let's do grep, and we need hyper. So we already have Hyperlang right here, hyperutils right here. Do we have an XDG desktop paper portal right here? Yes, we do. So I don't want to install any of these dependencies. We already have them all, and I want to try and use the binary instead of what's in the AUR. Will that come back to bite me? We'll find out. None. I said no to that. Maybe I should have said 0. Screw it. Just let it build it. We'll rip all this Git crap out after we're done. Let's say no. Let's skip it. No. Oh, ignore error and continue. All right. Ignore command and continue. Because we already have these packages installed as binaries. So I'm trying to just skip those Git package installs. I thought I renamed them, but it must have been a subscript that I missed. All right, now we got Python. So let's move that in, and we're just grabbing some Python. Something is going to break. I think you're probably right. But I think we'll see. We'll see. And we got some screen capture stuff. I already had most of everything. Grim. Oh, he is using Grim. I don't see any Grim Blast in here. I was using Grim Blast as well, which is pretty cool. But the rest of this looks good. Oh, man. All right. Next up, Impulse widgets. What are we doing for the widgets? So we got Hyper Picker, Hyperlang, Hyperutils, packages to clean build. Let's go. I think we can go. Okay, we're going to skip Hyperlock, Hyperutils, Hyperlang. Let's just go 4. wlogout, sure. Hyperidle, any run I haven't used before. And then Hyperpicker. Let's make sure we have those. Again, let's grep Hyper. Grep. So we don't have Hyperpicker. Is there just a bin? All right. So Hyperpicker's not there. Hyperidle. Good Lord, Vaxry, what are you doing, man? You just freaking creating everything. It's cool. It's cool, man. But geez, do you sleep? Hyperidle is there. Let's go S Hyperidle. We'll just install that. Oh, what is this any run? Any run git, any run plugin applications git. We'll just let that version install. So we'll go 4, 6, and we did not run into a hyper idle that, or a hyper picker was the one we were like, oh, hey, yeah, I guess you can just do hyper picker. Kind of want to just install the regular one and not the git version. Oh no, it wiped out the Pac-Man mirror list. We just did a commit on that, Tech Zero. I need to do a new release on the mirror list so it won't wipe it out in case it doesn't have internet access. Vaxry be like, fine, I'll do it all myself. Yeah, when he like rewrote all of WL roots, the guy's insane. Love him to death. He's insane. So, all right, that looks good. Okay. So we're doing W logout, which I think we already have, honestly, and then any run, and we're just going to leave the rest. So diffs to show, none. Yeah, let's see what we get. Okay, hyperutils, no. Let's go ahead and install these guys. Just some basic dependencies. All right, Python P Wayland. I wonder what it's building on W logout. And then any run obviously is Rust. A new Rust program. Yeah, I mean, Benji, we could go faster. We could just say, no, don't just give us all the stock settings that this guy did. But the idea behind this isn't to replicate what this guy did. It's to see how he's doing it, change it to our needs, and then make it more replicatable. And then eventually probably put it in the Linux utility if we like it a lot. So this is more of an analyzing the script, seeing if we can't swap out like the git installs, because I don't want to be using git from the AUR on a lot of this crap. It's going to end up breaking. That's just how the world works. If you use the AUR extensively, your system will break. And the idea here is to get away from that as much as possible. And we've been doing pretty good on Arch. No. Ignore. And basically what we're doing is skipping these dependencies. Hyper-idle, hyper-util, hyper-lock, W, and those. Any run, I was like, ooh, I think we need that. But if we look, did we get hyper-idle? Yeah, hyper-idle is already installed. See, we already have the one from here. I don't see a purpose in installing this version. This is a release candidate. It actually looks older than the one that's in the actual official repo. So it doesn't make any sense to me to be using the one from the AUR. Again, recipe for disaster in the future. I'd much rather it not work out of the box than have something work out of the box and then break on the first update. That's not fun. So let's go ahead and hit yes to this. Continue on. So we might have some issues with that, but we'll see. Did you edit make package JFlags 14? Yeah, that's actually part of my Arch setup script. So, and what you're alluding to, like when you were making packages, if we go etc make packages .conf and then make flags, we're using the make flags J30, so we're using 30 threads from a Xeon processor, so it should build pretty damn fast. Nothing in this system that's efficient in power at all. I think right now, what are we pulling? Yeah, we're pulling 520 watts from the wall right now. Energy efficient, I am not. All right, let's go execute this one. This is an Impulse Microtext Git. Sure. Yeah, the cool part is during the wintertime, I actually have the system right underneath my feet. So the neat part about this is all the heat that's coming off my system's kind of just blowing on my legs. And I can wear shorts in the summertime or in the wintertime and still be warm. So there's a benefit to running a 500 watt system at pretty much idle. If I get too cold, I'll just like compile the Linux kernel or something. Better than any heater you can go buy in the store. All right, now we're just grabbing some icon files and crap. More custom icon files. Ugh. Ken. I like this comment by Ken. He said, Titus converted me to Debian last year. It took a masochistic endeavor of getting Hyprland up and running on Debian SID. Nightmare of a process, but worth it. I love this comment because it shows you, one, Hyprland's kind of known as being like an Arch install kind of deal because most of the Hyprland dependencies aren't in the repos. You have to pretty much go and build everything from source, close to at least. The cool part about that, though, is once you get it up and going, you're the one kind of maintaining the package and you don't have to worry about somebody submitting a bad AUR update and then all of a sudden your system stops working. So it's really cool, reliable, and you can get all this in a Debian system, which is awesome. I love that. Make a script for LFS install and convert it to a PC space heater. That's brilliant. Yeah, it'd be a good way of doing it. All right, we're grabbing PyWMC AUR. I wonder what we're doing here. We do need to add the chaotic AUR to the Arch portion of the Linux utility as well, because most people love the chaotic AUR. Is your GitHub NeoVim config still up to date, or have you changed it, or are you using something else? No, we're still using it, Nano. I still love it, man. Let's go no, add that. So like my NeoVim is kind of still the same, man. I love this, and I can just look at everything. Got that, got the Explorer. Still working on kind of like a lot more of that. I also like to do, let's go FP. I don't know. Did I break it? Yeah. And then we got this right here grabs all my Git projects, so then I can go through all my Git projects and be like, hey, End-4 Hyprland config, just switch over to the main folder and kind of go through. I still love NeoVim for a lot of stuff. I'm just not very good at it. You know, it's one of those things that just got to use it for years and years on end, and I think you get better. I think every month I get a little bit better. Maybe one of these days it'll just really click and I'll be like, NeoVim's the best of all. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I love Neovide's animations for when I'm not in terminal. Oh, if you don't know Neovide, that's pretty cool. Since you asked about NeoVim, let me tell you about our Lord and Savior Neovide. This is kind of neat. Same thing, but it's like its own independent app. It's not wrapped in terminal. So like when you're editing a file, you have some like cool animations as you flip down through. So if you're like, hey, show me all the bin files, it kind of has these neat little, it's like playing a video game. It's great. So anyways, that's Neovide. Love it to death. I know I tried Helix. Helix does make more sense than Vim in a lot of bindings ways. I don't know. It's just some of the hackability of NeoVim is what I love the most. When you start making your own functions in NeoVim and there's certain things you built in, and also like the plugin capabilities in NeoVim, it's just really hard to leave it for something else. Okay. All that's good. Yeah, all that looks good too. All right, that looks good. And yeah, sure, that looks good too. Oh, Plasma browser integration. It is needed you want to play media in Firefox. It is needed if you want the playtime of media in Firefox to be shown in the music controls widget. I'm going to take a... I really don't use Firefox. Skip. Yes, we do want that. And that. And I2C. Sure. YDO tool. Setting a font name. We could also use NWG look to probably accomplish a lot of the same thing we're doing right here. All right, fine. Yep. Oh, sure. I'm not going to use it very much. Same with ZSH. We're going to be using bash. Code flags. Yeah. Fuzzle. I've never used Fuzzle. I don't know what that is. Thorium flags. Any run. Yes. Starship. I kind of like my Starship. Let's see what his is, and then we can always switch back. Not a big deal. Okay. Fish configs. Bleh. AGS, definitely needed. User options. Hyprland. Yep. Goodbye, old Hyprland config. I wonder if this is going to break while we're doing it. One way to find out. All right. And we're off. So now we're done with most of this. If you're new, if you're already running Hyprland, press Control Super T, select the wallpaper, Control, or just Super / so Super / okay. Control Super T. Yeah, Control Super T. No. All right. Well, what about just killing it? Let's relaunch. Did we break it? This be the question. Need to set my theme too. Yeah, so it's not grabbing mine. That's not mine. I don't think it wiped out my Hyper. I want to say it's grabbing. Yeah, it's my old one. It didn't overwrite. Oh, dang. Okay, that's fine. Just wipe that out. Let's move hyprland.conf new to hyprland.conf. All right. Oh, okay. So now we got that. All right. And we already have a mismatch on some of the theming because of that. Landmouse. Okay, that still works. Huh. We don't have a bar. All right, let's reboot. Let's see what we got. There was a warning. There was also some errors. We're using End-4's dot files. Huge. We'll see what ends up coming from this. Yeah, I think the prompt's a little strange. I'm gonna probably just set all that back. Yeah, AGS widgets, it executes at login. So we're about to find out how this looks. Be kind of funny if it just didn't work at all. We just broke everything. I wanted to drop in and see what Chris breaks now before heading out to finish some yard work. Hey, oh, Hikari, I meant to mention, man, congrats on your promotion. That's awesome, bro. I saw your Discord message and I was like, oh, I need to respond. And then something like ADD got me. But all right, here we go. Do I need to reapply WinUtil after a reboot, not an update? No. You should never have to reapply WinUtil unless it's like a massive update, like a big feature update, moving from like 23H2 to 24H2 or something like that. When it's a huge update, yeah, you probably need to reapply the tweaks. But other than that, no, you shouldn't. Oh, we're back on DWM. Gotta love DWM. All right, we'll kill that and switch over to Hyper. And now Hyprland. Hyprland on NVIDIA. They said it couldn't be done, but still no bar. Dari, thanks for the prime. 2 years. Whew. That's up there. Dang it. Well, the bar is kind of what I wanted. Well, what we're going to do right now. One, I don't like the change in the theming, so let's just switch that back, actually. I didn't think... Did we wipe out something there? Meh. All right. Cool. All right. We're back to my old theme. That's the whole purpose of Linux utility, is to do stuff like this and then be able to go, yeah, you know what? I like my config better. Boom. Back. Next up, probably, let's switch that Rofi command. Kind of like the old Rofi command. Am I just going to make Hyprland look like DWM now? Probably. That'd be funny. Probably the biggest thing here, I would say, Faye's not Wayland compatible, so I might look at something different there. As far as Rofi goes, let's go launcher command. Rofi-show drun. Pretty basic Rofi setup. So what I'll do here, one cool thing about Hyprland that I actually really like. Let's go custom Vim keybinds, Rofi show, and what I'll probably do here is just a drun. So it live updates, I believe. So then, oh yeah, seems unnecessary. Weird. I think we try another dot file. I just, yeah, I guess we could set a window rule. I kind of wanted to just see that top bar from this config. All right, somebody mentioned earlier, what about ML4W dots? Let's look at those. Tech Zero usually puts us in the right spot. He has some pretty sweet rices himself. Oh, these are older. He archived these, huh? Wow. I wonder why he archived them. What's he doing for it? Oh, never mind. Yeah. Let's start this one. So ML4 My Linux for Work .files. This is an advanced configuration of Hyprland and Arch. Package installs an install script. Let's see what his looks like. Now, his does just have the main release. ML4. Oh, that's kind of a slick deal. Let's see if we can't take a peek at what he's installing. Oh, I don't want him to wipe out my NeoVim configuration, though. Oh, he's gonna. I don't like that. Maybe, yeah. I think some of them just like try to do too much, and they have so much specialized customizations in them. And I like to just kind of pick and choose. Interesting, though. I do like the top bar. I wonder what he's using here. Let's try. This was actually linked by Knox in chat. Let's see what this one. This looks like it was inspired by it. does it do anything? I'm going to see what its configuration looks like. So we got this config, fish. What's up with people and fish? People in the rice community on drugs and they like to use fish? What's up with that? But I don't see anything else really here. It's a choice. Everything else looks fine. I don't see anything here that I really might be stepping on my toes a little bit with Rofi, but my Rofi's not like all that either. So he probably does a better job. Swaylock, I wonder why Swaylock instead of Hyperlock. What other choices are we making? Some icons and other stuff. That's fine. This one looks a little more basic, more up my alley here. Let's give it a whirl. I like this one a little better. Oh yeah. Okay. So for theming, we're GTK, QT theming, shell, SDDM grub. I wonder what that top bar is. Looks like waybar to me. What is the theming? I can tell by the configs. Yeah, waybar. Okay. Let's try it. Let's just source stuff. Scripts. This is the install. Theme patcher. Oh, he does do an NVIDIA portion of it. I wonder what this is. Huh. All right, let's give this a whirl. I haven't looked at those yet, Aaron. There's a lot of rices for Hyprland. This one looks a little more basic, and I like it from a basic standpoint. So let's go install. I think what we'll do, let's go over to build. This one, we're just going to go git clone, hyperdots. What was this user's name? Here we go. Let's try it out. I'm going to grab his username, and we're going to call it his dots. Otherwise, I won't remember where the hell I got it. Dots. All right, we'll go to that git clone depth of 1. Snag the basic here. Raz dots. Let's go into scripts, shall we? Committed the mortal sin of doing capital directories. Just a personal preference. All right, here we go. What are we grabbing? Should be fun though. I think this is being good. Oh, this one's wanting to do pipe wire pulse instead of pulse. Remove pulse audio. No, I kind of need that for my DaVinci Resolve, so we're not going to do that. Oh, and it's going to bomb out. Okay. Let's go pipe wire. Oh, it must be grabbing subs. There's a subscript somewhere grabbing pipe wire in there. Yeah, you could do pulse, but it's not in here. So the script itself that it's grabbing from, probably an extra, or let's see, install package, probably script, probably maybe even the list file. Let's go install package list. Yeah. So here's all your pipe wire stuff. Wire plumber. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Oops. And that's good. That's good. I like these lists. This is a good way to actually organize configuration. I might actually, he is using Grimblast. Nice. Rofi Wayland. Wonder what the differences are. I'm curious to see his spin on that. Anything else in here? Yeah, again, anytime you do a rice, it's usually based on GNOME. A lot of the GNOME, you'll see like Nautilus and many other GNOME utilities kind of sprinkled in. GTK does have a good look to it, even though I like to bash GNOME every chance I get. All right, and then he's CSH for the prompt. Starship, fast fetch. I wonder what the fish is. It's interesting. Okay, that's all good. The big things here, this NVIDIA utils doubling up like this at the end. I don't actually use this. My package is actually NVIDIA LTS. That's fine. Let's look at install AUR. Oh, no. Let's look at the other list. So, a lot of lists to go through here, but welcome to Ricing of Linux. You can spend... Why is this like this? Huh. All right. It's just looks like a duplicate of the other one. Okay. And what else we have? We got packages. Let's go custom hyper. Let's see what kind of Hyprland packages he's grabbing. I don't see anything bad there. And custom apps. Portal GTK, Steam, game. All that looks fine. Let's get rid of that. And was a restore list. Let's go to system CTL list. You got network manager, Bluetooth SDDM. Then we got theme patcher. Ah, okay. Cool. Now install.sh. Should be a little bit better off now. Yeah, you'll need specific subcommands to install these. So yeah, we'll see what we end up with here. I don't anticipate like all of it to be perfect, but you know, hey. Remove Rofi and move to Rofi Wayland. I guess since we're on Wayland, let's try it out. NVIDIA DKMS and NVIDIA are in conflict. Remove NVIDIA LTS. Oh no. Actually, no. We need to change that. Let's go Vim. What do we have? Custom apps list. And what's the next one? So there's this guy. Jeez, I tell you. Custom hyper, I bet this NVIDIA. I don't know. So that's fine. Install packages. Nope. System CTL list. Nope. That one's probably it. Yeah. Oh, I didn't save it. My bad. Alrighty. I don't see anything there, so that's fine. And then the next one, that was the install package list. Custom apps was nothing. And this one, I don't think there was anything at the end either. Okay, I think we're good. So let's go install again. Chris, you look tired. Kenny, didn't you tell me that yesterday? Or was that Tuesday? Was that somebody else? I'm always tired, man. It's called getting old. You just get tired. Son of a bitch. Why is it grabbing DK? I didn't save it. I bet you I didn't save it. Ah, damn it. All right, here we go. Now install. My bad on that one. I thought I saved it, but apparently not. It definitely saved it this time. So if it does it again, then it's just in a different spot in the script and I just missed it. All right, so we got Rofi Wayland. Yeah, that's fine. It's got to be somewhere else then. Huh. And it's not here. Oh. So what's happening here? So this script is like rewriting the other script? What the hell? Oh, from install? Okay, let's go to install.sh. Let's go 103. If NVIDIA did... Oh, I gotcha. Yeah. Just delete those. All right, here we go. I see. It was adding them from the install script. I probably have to go back through and look at the packages again, though. Because now I think it already overwrote that, and it's going to error out with a DKMS thing again. Oh, maybe not, though. All right, nice. All right, let's proceed with installation. All that looks pretty good. Not a whole lot of AUR, which I'm a big fan of. So most of this is coming directly from official repos, which is what I want. And we are grabbing like Swaylac effects, Pokemon color scripts. All right. Yeah, I don't really care about any of this other stuff. We'll probably end up uninstalling most of it, but nothing too bad in there that I see. Yeah, it does. It looks like color hardware animations for sure. Switching to Hyprland. Yuck. I don't know. We'll see what we end up with today. Hyprland's neat, but I don't know about maining it. Really like something 100% stable. And I don't know. But, I mean, we might come up with a good configuration here at the end of the day. DWM's my jam. Old Xorg and DWM just gets the job done every time. Yeah, I remember Awesome WM was my first window manager. Unwound. Thanks for the prime. Wow, we hit a new milestone on the channel. 225 subs on Twitch. Heck yeah. Love it. Oh, DWL we got to try too. The big thing, I think, the thing I have the most issue with tiling managers, just tiling window managers in general, that I absolutely hate is the secondary status bar. Like, it's always like some kind of thing up here. And I don't know what it is, but it usually just feels bad to me. The reason why I love DWM is you have all that, but you're not running a secondary binary. So it's all real basic and just kind of baked in to where there was no extra garbage. Yeah, sure. Why didn't you start with DWN instead of Hyper? I guess because of Hyprland's like the cool kid on the block kind of thing. Like everyone's like obsessed with it. And it is doing some cool things. But I definitely do get frustrated with it. I think it's just a little too much flair for my taste. A lot of times I look at it and I'm like, that's going to cause stability issues down the line. That's going to be a nightmare to maintain. Well, yeah. All right. Yeah, we could do that. And there's just some compromises I'm making as I'm going through it. But a lot of those things can be walked back and changed to what you like. I don't know. Let's try chili. That sounds cool. Changing shell to ZSH. Ew. Damn it. I should have just forced the change. Now it's like halfway done. Damn, how far along in the install script was that? I was like, I don't want to switch to ZSH. ZSH. Let's go change shell. Where were we at? Select shell, ZSH. We still had some. Oh, damn. Yeah, we still had quite a bit to go on the script. All right. Well, third time's the charm. Let's just let it do its thing. Like I said, at this point, I'm just like, just show me a good rice. Fish is better. Out. None of that blasphemy. We could just change shell with a CHZS or CHSH for change shell. All right, whatever. All right, we're good. Oh, change shell, Titus. Cool. All right. So we're just gonna change back. All right. Probably should have looked at some of the hotkeys, huh? Oh, that's cool. So you got your clickable thing there. Oh, got a little monitor. Probably like a VPN or something he added in this widget. It's not showing up, but that's okay. Try Super Q. Yeah, Super Q works. Now Super... probably Super Space, maybe? No. Super Enter? Nope. Super X? Nope. Well, maybe, should have looked up Super A. Okay. Oh, Super A is the apps. It's cool. I mean, it's a neat theme. Let's go to our config. Let's go over to Hyper. The big things here I'm kind of wondering about too is, let's look at hyprland.comp. So here's his Hyprland. Set the scripts path, local share bin, and then monitors fine, launch, reset XDG portal. You got your dbus update activation environment. Seems redundant between these two lines. Got your import whole kit authentication. So that's just a script he's using, probably running, I would imagine, like GNOME authentication agent or something like that. You got your Waybar, that's this guy down here. You got Blue Man Bluetooth application, UDisky, Network Manager, which is this guy in the corner, Dunst. So if we get like an application pop up, it'd show up through Dunst. You got your clipboard crap, and then you got wallpaper being set through SWW, and then battery notify, all in this path. So that's what is happening on launch. For the environment itself, you can see these things are happening, which is a problem. And then we're sourcing these extra config files, user preferences, colors, themes, common, window rules, key bindings, and then, oh, we are using NVIDIA. So he is grabbing the NVIDIA stuff right here. Perfect. Okay. Let's look at the keybinds. What in my smooth brain? Let's see what he's doing. Oh, okay. That's a weird, gross. I would probably just go X, delete that. Let's put a real terminal in, not that. Open app launcher. That's super, but it didn't show anything there. So control super T. Let's go to another control super T. Nah, nothing there. Probably need more stuff. I can look at the script, what he's pulling there. this clipboard history. We got super period for fuzzle. Super period. No, all right. Don't know what that does. Control Alt Delete. That's classic. Control Shift Alt Delete with a logout shell. Okay. Super Shift S for Grimblast. So if we go, interesting. Super Shift S doesn't work. I think we probably need a reboot. I don't think all this is loaded. I did want to just make sure we get our Super X in there. Probably need to redo quite a bit of this if we wanted to keep this. I wonder why he opted to do scripts for everything. Meh. A little convoluted. Using foot for terminal, Z for terminal, editor for 90E. He's got VS Code, Nautilus for Super E. What's Nautilus look like? Super Alt E for my favorite. Super Alt E. No. Firefox, GNOME, Chrome, WPS. All right, let's give it a reboot, I guess. Oops. All right, reboot. Act a little funky. Yeah, I don't like necessarily the layout, but it's neat. I click the keyboard icon in the top right corner. I don't know what was happening there. It felt like something was catching, but I'm gonna give it a reboot just so we have a fresh reload at the start. I don't know. I thought I'd like it more. I think if I would have just accepted like every single thing from a complete Rice environment and had it nice and clean, it might be something different. I just don't know if I can get on board of the Hyprland train. I really, really want to though, but I can't. Every time I'm in Hyprland, it doesn't feel right. I don't know how else to say it. Yeah, you could try Sway. I'm not a big fan of Sway. I think Sway is worse than Hyprland, to be honest. Yeah, and I keep trying. Use i3 or Sway. Gross. Threw up in my mouth a little bit. You saying i3. Get out of here. No. i3? i3! No! God bless. i3's terrible. Banned. i3. Gross. Xmonad's actually kind of fun, but has some crazy key bindings out of the straight. i3's probably, as much as I like to bash i3, it is probably the most sensible stock default window manager there is. It does work pretty much just out of the gate. You don't really have to change much to get it to do your stuff. So i3, as much as I bash i3, is like not my jam. Yeah, I mean Sway's does have some good ones too. So yeah, I don't know on that. All right, let's see what else we got. Now that I screwed up all my authentication managers. Oh shit. Everything's gonna be off now, isn't it? What the hell is this? Oh, I added a theme. What is happening? Oh, good night. I feel thoroughly defeated here. Yeah, like MW4L's fine. It just does too much. Like, I have certain things I like. Like, I have my NeoVim that I enjoy. I have my bash that I enjoy. I don't want to use foot. I don't want to use all these other customizations. I don't need all these whiz-bang features. I don't think there's a Godot file out there I can use. I think that's the problem here. And I don't like Waybar. And I think that's my main issue with all this. As I have things I really enjoy with my current setup that work really well for me. I mean, we can look at Cosmic. Do we want to go to Cosmic? I hate Waybar. I really do. I just don't. I don't enjoy it. That's right. Crap. Well, I guess let's see what this does. This is just a dry run, so we'll see. I think it's just building a file list. A good Rice doesn't require a setup script. I agree, Programming Life. I agree. I like a more minimal setup. It shouldn't require a crazy amount of stuff to set up your your rice. And every rice I look at with the setup script, it's fine if you don't know anything about Linux, or it's fine if you don't have any programs that you use with any of your customizations in it. But as soon as you do have a lot of things that you like, you can't really use those setup scripts. It's more of a novelty because you're going to like, hey, I like my shell and my config in my shell. I like my NeoVim, not the NeoVim they use. I don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music or whatever, or I actually host my own MP3s local, like a true Chad. And then, you know, there's just so many different customizations that are done that I think is really kind of important. Oh, man. You know, it's cool for inspiration, though. Like, that's a neat thing when we were going through looking at it. I was like, oh, my gosh. Yeah, I made a... God, what was it? I made a time shift video like 3 or 4 years ago or something crazy. I can't remember. SpoTube. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, cool stuff you can do, too. How do you get time shift working on Hyprland? You use the CLI. That's the true. All right, let's see. While this goes, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break, grab something to eat. We'll take a 5-minute break, check out the dry run here. Hopefully it pops back by the time I'm back with some changes. We'll just accept those changes, revert everything back to before we started all this Hyprland nonsense with the rices. I feel like we need to do like a fresh install of Hyprland. I don't know. Let me think on that. Before we get going too crazy, I think I'm going to think more on it. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey. All right. Here we go. Perfect timing. All right. So we're restoring all these files here. Just a few files. Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah. Let's just build the file list. Let's see how the restore works. I'm starting to regret not doing BetterFS. If we did BetterFS, it'd be like super fast. Oh, it'd be so great. What was your timer script? Term down. Just a pip module. Old Python. So we're just wiping out all that crap we downloaded and did with those install scripts. Actually, EWO, we had NVIDIA, so it's fine. It's just, man, I don't know. I just can never find something I like when I do Hyprland and then Wayland. I don't know why. Yeah, we're about to see if time shift works so well. We did a system update. I think it was like 2 gigs worth of system updates. We did a couple Hyprland Rice scripts, and now we're trying to essentially fix or change all this stuff back to how it was. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out here if this works. I can't tell you the last time I actually did a full time shift restore through the GUI. So this is actually a first for me. Most times when I break my system, I do it so well that I have to pretty much root in and then do a time shift from the CLI, from like a live ISO. I don't think I've actually done it on my live system before. So let's see if this works. Coming back to X11, probably. So clickbait. I clickbaited everybody saying I'm switching to Wayland, and then I went to Wayland. And I'm like, mistakes were made. Yeah, I tried Snapper. Snapper's good. There's also Back in Time as well. Yeah, if I was a Wayland exclusive user, I probably would switch over to Back in Time. I think Back in Time is compatible with Wayland. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm like writing it off and be like, I'm going to be just Xorg DWM forever, you know? It's that it doesn't feel good. And if you force yourself to use something that doesn't feel good and you don't like per se, it's never good. It's not something you should do. You shouldn't force yourself to use something. You'd be like, well, I should like this. I'm going to just keep doing it. It's like playing a game that you don't want to play, but you feel like compelled to because you've sunk so much time into it. That doesn't feel good. Yeah, I like XFS. I think it's actually a little bit faster than ext4 in a lot of benchmarks. Yep, I know. Edge removal stopped working in 24H2. It was working for a bit there when we did our edge removal stream August 10th. Was when we redid that. Man, I don't know if I have it in me to keep removing edge though. I think Windows users just need to get with the program and realize Microsoft's a monopoly and they want edge on the PC. If you don't want edge and you don't want Defender, you really should install Linux. You really should start looking, or maybe Mac. Mac's also a good alternative. But you need to know that Microsoft's going to install some crap on your PC, and there's some things that you just can't do a damn thing about. I think that's where we're at with Edge. Sinking another 10 hours into a removal of Edge, I don't know if I have it in me. I think I don't know. We could revert back to an old script. But the thing about that I kind of caution people about is I don't want to do something that causes instability in your system. I don't want to make your situation worse by forcing you to uninstall stuff. So that's just my thought process behind it. All right, so what's DWL look like now? A lot of people talked about DWL. Let's go. At least our thorium's back to normal. Let's go history. All right, that's back to normal. Yeah, I think we checked DWL actually. Let's see, where's DWL at now? Okay. Oh no, it's been archived. Oh, they're migrating to Codeberg. All right, what are they doing over here? DWL is compatible based on WL roots. It's intended to be here. All right. Yeah, I messed with River a little bit. It was very bare bones last time I messed with it. It would have been almost a year ago now. I don't know. Where do we want to go? I don't like Sway. Hyprland I really want to like. I just don't. God, I just don't like how many extra modules and all the bloat that comes with all the different rices I've looked at in a Hyprland. It just, from a function standpoint, I just don't like it. What do we think, chat? What do we want to do? I'm sitting here going, I don't know if I have it in me to look at DWL, because at the end of the day, I'm like, what does it really give me other than switching from, I guess, just to say I'm on Wayland? Go Cosmic. Yeah, let's try Cosmic. All right, fine. Twist my arm. Everybody's been doing it. Cosmic Linux. Where's that at? Cosmic can be installed via Cosmic Session or the Cosmic Group. Development version is Cosmic-Session Git, which depends on all the component packages. All right. And building from source, be aware that Cosmic Applications Git dependency needs more than 8 gigs of RAM. Holy crap. All right. Individual components of the dependency sessions. All right, let's try Cosmic. All right, fine. Let's build it out, see what we get. I wanted to wait longer, but here we are. Session. Oh, oops. Paru. All right, we got Cosmic Session, and then we got the Git. Geez, what? Cosmic. Let's see what other options they have for, man, lots of it's already in the main upstream. Shoot, I don't even have to, it doesn't even look like I need to grab anything. Oh, they don't have like a full-blown front end here. Huh. Well, what distro do you recommend for gaming on a Haswell CPU? Man, and a 1070 brings me back. Sicko, I'd probably go Bazite. I've been really recommending a lot of Bazite lately. It's been very, very stable for a lot of new Linux users. So, shoot. So here's the Cosmic Group that installs all this. Last updated August 15th, 2024. Okay. So if we just do like Paru S Cosmic, does it grab the whole group? Huh. Let's try this. Oh, look at chat. Look, I made it there eventually, King Root. All right, so we got Cosmic here. I guess let's launch into Cosmic. Now, there's a session, Cosmic Session. Probably should look at this. All right. Start Cosmic. Oh, wow. It says it just shows up. It can't be that easy, right? Well, let's see. I do need to get a better SDDM theme. Mine's kind of bugged right now. My bad. I'll get it fixed eventually. It's on my to-do list. Cosmic. All right, here we go. First impressions of Cosmic. You heard it live here first. All right, here we go. Got this stupid Mac-esque bar down here. I like the little search feature. Workspaces. Apps. Settings. Not bad. Not bad. All right, let's start customizing. I like, yeah, it's snappy. Little app store, sure. Settings again. So let's come up here. I don't know. First impressions so far. Well, I kind of like it. What's this? Oh, it's a Ramina setup. Okay, so there's Ramina already baked in there. Applications, workspaces. All right, well, now I want to change stuff. Let's see. What about... Let's go into settings, I think. All right, so desktop. Let's go. Okay. So wallpaper. Bam. All right. So let's go slideshow. Change every hour. Sure. Let's add images. Let's start testing it, right? Let's just take all these guys. Oh, you got to add them one at a time. No good. Oh, I don't want to add each one. That's kind of a bummer. We'll probably just change that on the back end. That's okay. That's fine. Displays, we got standard resolution, power battery, not really doing anything there. Input, that. So the big thing here that I'm running into, what about, is there like a, okay, customized look and feel. Oh, that's just LX appearance. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, this is just our app launcher. So this is everything I have installed in my system. Office system. Huh. I wonder what we're going to do for hotkeys. If I could just get my hotkeys going. Try the tiling feature. Where the hell is that at? Yeah, I'm looking for like a settings. I guess right here would probably be the most settings menu. Let's go slightly around, not crazy. Experimental settings. Oh, I like Papyrus better. Yeah. Close. It's not bad right there for the appearance. Wallpaper we already went into. Panel. Automatically hide panel, position at top. Could go bottom too. Ooh. Like that. Gaps between panels and edges. Expand panel to screen edges. Appearance match desktop. Background opacity. Let's just add a little bit of opacity. Configure applets. So let's say you have this. Oh. So these are the applets for the actual panel down here. So you have these guys. The launcher button. Oh, okay. Numbered workspaces. Ah, I like that better, yeah. Shoot, let's just add everything. And then what happens if we take all this away? It looks too much like GNOME, agreed, but let's go dock. I hate the dock, so just kill it. Window management. Show, minimize, maximize, super key. So you got your launcher, or let's say we go workspaces. I mean, I kind of like that a little bit. Or we could go applications. Ooh, I don't know. I think I'm going to go launcher just because that's more my fit. But I think that's about it. All right. So I just need to like the default bindings between the workspaces. Got our calendar setting, keyboard settings, customize shortcut keys, window tiling, toggle binding super Y, stacking super S, that. I wonder what's super T. Oh, how about we go super T for that? Let's just add a binding super T. Okay, that's cool. All right, I don't know. I kind of, I like it. I think initially I was like, ugh, looks like GNOME. Now I'm kind of like, it's not so bad. I think I just need to change a few more things. What would I want to do? Let's go custom. Let's go Thorium. Thorium browser. Let's go custom. Oh, well, that's already the default binding. Wow, okay. Like that. So you get window tiling right here. I do want to change that super wide O super T, but we'll be back for that. You got open launcher, super slash, app liar, super A. Just super was launcher. Lock screen, super escape. Super B, super F. Now this is based on Wayland, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's Wayland. Okay. It's minimal. And that's what I think I'm liking. Can't quite put my finger on it. And the same defaults I'm also liking. Now, there is something in here that's bugging me. It's this. I like that to Super X. Oh, that's another binding. Crap, okay. Where's Super X? All right. I wish there was like a duplicate binding to, like, when I'm trying to assign something, just unassign wherever the hell it's assigned. Or tell me, hey, this is assigned to this. You don't want to do that. That'd be also cool. So what about Super E? Super E would be a good default binding, but alas, it's not. So let's go. No? Super E. Super E. Okay. What the hell? All right. Super plus E. All right. No. Add binding. Super E. Whoa. It's not capturing my keys. Come on, man. Okay. That's fine right there. So now if we go Super E. Okay. Little jank on the setting of this keyboard, but that's okay. So now let's add key binding. Super plus X is used for swap window. If you replace it, swap window will be disabled. Okay, yeah, sure. There we go. Never mind. That is a thing. It's just how you assign it is just a little different. So we got Thunar, or whatever the hell it's using right here. We got our terminal. We got our web browser. We got multiple workstations all set. Pretty much ready to go. What else do I want? Oh, what about this? What if we do land mouse? Oh, did I do that after? Dang. Darn it. Okay. That's okay. What was it? Super Y. Okay. And if we go settings, cosmic settings, there it is. So under these keyboard, let's go back to the window tiling. Let's get rid of that. Let's go super plus T. Yep. We got rid of swap window, toggle orientation. I wonder doing it by default on the window tiling, because I don't want to do this every time. So when I'm like here and I pull up a home folder, I don't want to be like super T. Okay, now I'm tiling. This is already tiling. But if I go to a brand new, this is floating now. So then we're all floating, and then I'm like, well, tile it. Yeah, nitpicky. Unsubscribe because of Rust. Oh man, I love it. Also remove animations. Oh, can we remove the animations? Animations are a little excessive. I agree. So if we go like appearance, I don't see that. Let's see about search. Animation. Yeah, nothing there. Okay. Let's push this to workspace 3. Do we have animations? Probably just missing it. Failure to read. Huh. Display, power, input. Yeah, no, this is running on my main system. Check if LenUtil works here. It should. I made it pretty agnostic, so. All right, let's just go curl S. Oh, I don't like this font. It's gross. What do we have? Cosmic Terminal. Okay. Match desktop, zoom, pixel. Fire a mono. Gross. Ooh, you don't get to go JetBrains. Nah. Oh, well, you guys know what we're choosing. Meslo LGS, nerd font, 16 point. I'm a bit of an old man. I like that. Font stretch. Show header. No. Oh, that's kind of cool. So how do you get the header back, I wonder? Oh, you just right click. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool. So then go settings. It's still not showing the proper font. That's not Meslo. Haven't broken it yet. Give me time. Give me time. So, all right. I don't mind that. Let's give it a little opacity. Match desktop theme. I like the more minimal nature of it, but I don't feel like that font is correct. Is it not setting the font? Let's try mono nerd font. Advance. Let's close it. Is there another terminal open somewhere? Huh. Maybe it is the right font. Sure doesn't seem like it though. Try and select Nordic and enjoy. Cosmic-themes.org. Okay. Oh, you can enable it in the applet. I gotta say, I thought I would hate this, but so far, I am really enjoying Cosmic. Like Nord Dark. Download theme. Okay. Where do I put this? I'm turning into a cosmic shill. Have you heard the good word from the Rust overlords? Everyone should use Rust. Anything that's not written in Rust is inferior. If you use anything but Rust, you're just a second-class citizen. Peasant, some would say. Us Rust users are just better. Yeah. Yeah. You C programmers just wish you could be like us. Oh God, I'm dying. Yeah. Anywho, how in the hell do you set this thing? So let's go downloads, and that would be. Whoa. Okay, go settings, desktop panel, import there. Okay, thanks, TechZero. So Nord right there. We got Landmouse too. I downloaded. I need to install that. Oh, Landmouse should work actually because we have it installed. Okay. Anywho, let's first approach this. I like how it combines the desktops by default and then gives you a new desktop when this one's full. So desktop appearance, import, downloads, Nordic, open. Oh, I really like that. Give me a little blue pop. Give me like a, like a Titus dark blue. Yeah. Something like that. Oh God, that looks hideous. Okay. Maybe not. Take it back. Just give me a baby blue. Oh, a little bit more white. Yeah. Just a hint of blue. Okay. I'm having a little too much fun there. Now we got square, we got that. Experimental settings, display, perfect. Oh, we need LAN mouse too. So if we just click this, LAN mouse. Why did I not? Unfortunate. Where was the applet to default to tiling? Is that a thing? Can we set tiling to default so I don't have to press super T every time? Right bottom. It's in the panel. On the panel. All right, on the panel. All right, automatically tile current workspace. Yes. Tiled. Okay. Well, that's pretty slick. Okay. What else do we need? What else would I like? What about disabling animations? Can we do that? Because that's something that we kind of need to do. So this is the output input. I like it. Show media controls on top of panel. What's that do? Okay. Yeah. Not via the GUI yet. All right, what was the CLI command? Oh, we got to get rid of the ugly wallpaper. Agreed. Where would all this be? Let's look at the config file now. We've pretty much expanded everything from the GUI, but the rest I think would be somewhere in here. Probably Cosmic, I would imagine. Oh, yeah. Let's go come into Cosmic background. What do we got here? V1, okay. V1, V all. So you have user background there. Okay. Same on all. True, okay. Huh. Looking at this. Let's just ask the old Googles. How to set cosmic animations in Linux. Let's go disable. Okay, found a way to fix the dock. I got rid of that. Oh, this is old. Everything in Linux. Every time you search something, it's like, if it's more than like a year or two old, don't do it. Feature request, disable animations. Eventually. Okay, well. All right, yep. Don't have any ability to do that yet. So, best like these new fancy animations. Go get yourself a Starbucks card and fancy coffee and enjoy your animations because you're going to have them. All right. Yeah. What else would I change? That's true. It's still super early. Like this is alpha, I think we're looking at. I gotta say, I'm impressed for where it's at. If it's still alpha and it's at this, that's really impressive. Oh man, my mic volume always drops every time I speak on a meeting. Oh, bummer. What else do we have? I mean, yeah. I mean, for where it's at in the alpha stages, I mean, it's, I think, impressive. I want to see what else we have here. Cosmic settings. I kind of want to just poke around a little bit. Yeah, there's not much here. No, let's just give it a tree. What do we have in here? Dark builder, cosmic term. Yeah, the terminal, I kind of want to go throw it in the fire and burn it. Not a huge fan. It's not awful. I think it's great for a noob, but not my cup of tea. But for a new user, I totally see where they're going with it. I think it's fantastic for that brand new user. Yeah, I don't think I would even bother with any of that. I'd probably just go something like this. So come into input devices, keyboard, customize shortcuts, go into system where it says this. Let's just delete this, close. So disabled, right? Perfect. And then I would just do custom, add shortcut, alacrity, and super plus X. Oh, oops. Reading alacrity. All right. Super plus X. All right. Close. Nope. Super X. Pretty. Alacrity. Add key binding. Yes. Okay. So then we close out of that. There we go, old friend. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Better. So we have our alacrity installed. We have that. I kind of, So you got your applications thing like this. You got your launcher. Like, let's be frank. Am I going to ever... I think we got to change some of this, especially like the paneling and stuff here. This doesn't make any sense to me. Like, let's take that down. Take that down. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Not going to use that either. We can leave that. Let's pin that. Pin that. Do we even want to pin those? Chances are no. I'm just going to be using hotkeys the entire time. So honestly, I kind of would just prefer not to have any of these pinned. So then when I'm over here, it doesn't actually cool down based on your workstation either. So, all right, let's go into panel, change that. So here's our panel. We'll push this over into here. So we got it on the bottom. Also push it to the top of the screen. Yeah, I kind of like at the top of the screen better. Let's put it up there. And then this border's kind of nasty looking too. Okay, so then you have workspaces, get rid of that. Applications button, get rid of that. Launcher, I mean, it does the same thing. Get rid of that. Numbered workspaces, sure. Minimize windows. App tray. What's the minimize windows button? Don't know what that is. Date and calendar in that segment. I kind of like that in the in segment, right? Let's see that. Ooh. Can we put it in the start segment? Oh, I just dumped it somewhere, didn't I? Power and battery. Delete that. Input sources. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Notifications trace, fine. Tiling's fine. Sound, network, notifications. I feel like this could be down here. Sort it. Okay, we got a sorting bug. What about take that? Well, Drop it. Add. All right. What if we take... All right, let's close this. Let's go here. Add. And then we'll take the notifications and add it. Then close this. Can we move it? Move it anywhere? Oh, that sucks. Okay. Panel. Applications. Oh, shoot. Where'd it go? Oh, no. It went down here. Okay, here's the notification center. But the notifications... Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Yeah. The wallpaper... Okay. So, still some work to do on this side of things, huh? It's close. I'm sure they'll fix it probably in the next update on that. Applications, panel apps are kind of like all over the place. I do like them. The apps themselves, I feel like are pretty solid. But as soon as I started kind of making and jiving them around, I think the thing that kind of triggered it from a debug standpoint, as soon as I moved this date and time somewhere else, it screwed everything up. So then as you're bringing that date and time again, like right here, I have no way to hit the center app segment. And I think that messed up dragging and dropping that into any of the other, it was going to happen. It was going to happen. I was going to eventually break something. We knew it. It was only a matter of time. Chris, where can I make a suggestion about linutil issues on the repo? Probably on issues on linutil would probably be the best spot. Anytime you have any of my repos, just make an issue. Yeah, so we broke that. So paneling is broken now. I don't know how we fixed that. We could probably do it, like find where this is at and then like hard code it probably from CLI. But other than that, so breaking the panels, what else can we break here? Might reset on logout. Let's try. Let's try logout. Confirm. All right, let's try it again. Huh. All right. Let's go back into our desktop appearance, or actually panel, sorry. And then configure applets. Then we add date time. Close that. Dude, what's up with our time? M09.5. That doesn't look right. As soon as you add the date in there, it kind of gets wonky. Okay. Well, just the time then. Finding all kinds of little bugs. So yeah, date and the time looks all jacked up when you're changing that. Applets are still broken. Oh wait. There we go. And I kind of don't want to. Let's put the notification tray up there too. Bring up the notification center. Okay, we're back in business here. I kind of want to take this though and put it all the way on the right side. I like my time all the way over there. Then you got just, okay, we got notifications, Bluetooth, and then notification center. But if we take that, push this all the way over here. What if we just go settings too, by the way? Yeah, now that I'm looking at the apps, like the more applets here, I don't think we need an app tray. Oh, you do need the app tray. Yeah. So app tray is the pin and the apps. So let's say I just don't want any pins. I'd do something like that. I like that. Okay. So you don't have anything. As soon as you have something, then you go there. Wish there was like a way to see what app was on what workspace other than just like memory. But if you click on the app, it does take you between the workspaces. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. I think I could actually kind of main this. It doesn't feel bad. I mean, yeah, there's bugs, but you can just go cosmic probably, right? Let's go X sessions. So you got that, but let's go ls user share. Where is the sessions for Wayland? That's what I want to know. Yes. Wayland dash sessions. Wow. That's very original, but thank goodness. So then it's just cosmic over here. So you got cosmic Hyprland plasma. So just simple cosmic should bring us right in. Is it sacrilege? I don't know. No, so I really kind of dig it. So here's the setup now. Let's just give it a reboot. The setup now, like, yeah, there's like little bugs with like some of the entering fields on the applets. Moving the applets around sometimes it can get a little janky. I'm trying to think of any other bugs I might have saw. Nothing really show-stopping. I kind of liked almost everything I saw in there. We do need to do land mouse so I can control the stream computer as well. What are you all seeing with Wayland? Like with, or with Cosmic? What are the big bugs that like Brody and those guys? Because I'm sure they sat here and spent hours on this damn thing. Overall, I'm like, it's not bad. I mean, I could honestly just main it. Just lack of polish. I gotcha. I kind of want to see what else it has. Because overall, I'm kind of surprised with how good that is. So when I'm in here, oh, I remember now. One thing that kind of I don't like. Let's just go to wallpaper. Like these wallpapers. Where is this at? I hate a lot of these wallpapers. I want to get my Nord wallpapers back. So, but I don't want to sit there and import every single one of them like manually with the freaking like a caveman with a mouse. Cosmic wallpapers. Can we also reduce the bevel on this screen? That looks like trash. Cosmic wallpapers, Linux. Oh, there's an option for folder. Oh, nice. So where's that option? So if we go pictures, I have all my Nord backgrounds in there. Can I just click add? No. I can't select more than one. So that's no bueno. Okay, listen to me. Click on wallpapers. Open a new folder. Choose a wallpaper folder. Add. Okay. Slideshow. Well, that seems easy. Okay. So then for window management, is there a way to get rid of this stupid line on the corner here? What about the border? Skill issue. It's a skill issue. It's always a skill issue with me. So when I pull up my terminals, I don't have this giant big ass border. I'm not 5 years old again, pounding on Fisher Price toys. I don't like the border. Desktop experience. It's in the applet. All right. So let's see if I can do it. All right. Let's go settings, desktop, appearance, container background, application window background. That's fine. Theme, accent, container tint, square, gaps around tiled windows, 8. Holy crap, no. Let's bring that down to 4. Now, active window hint size. What is that? Oh. It's not border, it's active window hint size. You go no border. I would like a little subtle border. And then we could change that text tint. Ooh, kind of like that. Oh, that looks weird, huh? All right, and then that one. Oh, that's awful. All right, let's go reset the defaults, huh? Okay. Use theme accent color as active window hint. Accent color would be this. So whatever I put here would be the accent. Okay. Man, I like it. That's way better. Is there anything else I don't like? I kind of like their new file browser. Oh wait, no, is that Thunar? Is that no? It's Cosmic Files. I didn't even know. I kind of dig that. I don't know. Is there a way to Rofi show derun specific folder or only use apps? You could derun a specific folder. It's all in the configuration of Rofi. Chris Titus text, indistinguishable from DWM. Did I just make Cosmic look like my DWM? And I'm like, it's beautiful now. It looks nothing like DWM. That's true. Well, the animations, for sure. We did forget to do land mouse, though. So if we go Paru S land mouse, this was one of the big things that I had to get working. Does land mouse work? That would be a deal breaker as well. So I'm trying to think of all the things that would stop me from using this. So land mouse. So you got your portable connections here. Let's come on over here. Land mouse. I want to set this to auto launch as a daemon and then see if I can't just come. I want to be able to push right up into my stream PC. Now we could also do direct install and build using cargo. Well, I thought there would be a lot more problems, to be honest with you. So far, there's nothing really we haven't overcome. A little disappointed I didn't break something more than this. The day is still young, though. Give me time. What was it? .config, land mouse. Config.toml. What a chad. Using toml files. The best markup language. All right. Let's go. Let's go here. Delete 2 there. Let's go 10. 5. Activate on startup. Stream PC. Let's go top. Yeah, that's good. Kill that. Kill that. Then just land mouse. Nice. So then land mouse is running. Bro. Yes. All right. That's working really good. So then we got Wayland. We got our land mouse. But you know what? Land mouse launching as a GUI. That's for cavemen. What about auto start? What's that even look like? Now, land mouse can be launched as a daemon. If you keep it running in the background, it's add a -- daemon file. In order to start land mouse and graphic session automatically, system D service must be used with that. Okay. So you're adding service, land mouse service. Service, land mouse. So you're doing the daemon right there. Cool. Just copy the raw file, I guess. 1 second. Using the mouse at all on the desktop is like a caveman. True. True. Very valid point just been made. We all know I'm a bit of a smooth brain. That's okay, though. Y'all love me anyways. I give you entertainment because I do some stupid shit every once in a while. Let's go into .config. Come back here. And I'm going to change these instructions a little bit. They're pretty much spot on, though. I just don't feel like cloning and doing all this crap. So what we're going to do, .config system D user. All right. And then system D user. Then we got these. We're going to just go vim land mouse .service. Paste all that in there, right? Cool. And then system CTL enable land mouse. Oh, wait. -- user enable land mouse -- now. Futures now. Bro. Just slick as could be. Oh my gosh, that feels good. Oh man, oh life. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that checks all the boxes. It looks so beautiful to me. This is peak desktop right here. It just doesn't get any better. I am super happy with this. I hope Vaxry doesn't watch this video. He's going to be cussing up a storm. Vaxry's going to be crying after he watches this. But I don't know. I don't know. I really like it. There's something about it. You know, when you have that feeling, it just, I don't know. I feel like it's just so good and it feels good. And there's nothing in here. I'm like, okay, what? I'm trying to nitpick and find something. Yeah, I could pick out like the panels not being organized the right way or some crap like that. But who's going to care about that after it's set? Can you add cursor to your apps list? I think cursor's already there. Yeah. So we got cursor over here. We're ready to roll. We're ready to work. Put it on its own workstation. Come back here. Oh, you know what? What just happened? Okay. Don't know what happened there. And then put this on number 1. Put this guy over on number 2. Put this guy on number 3. So then we got, ready? Terminal, browser, cursor, GitHub desktop. Oh, GitHub desktop. Yeah. So then we got that. All right, perfect. So then when somebody pops into stream, we want to look smart. We'd be like, oh, we are elite NeoVim users. And then when they leave, we'd be like, yeah, can you write hello world function? All right, great. And then we'd be like, okay, cool, done. Come back over to here. Let's go new file. And then be like, yeah, bam, done. Yeah. Yes! I don't know. I feel like that's pretty damn good. I've got my switching between multiple systems. We've got a pretty seamless startup. Oh, wait. We forgot something. We forgot to add package count into our fast fetch. Because, man, we got to have that information. Software information. Right here. Oh, you know what? Probably be better if we did this in cursor. Oh, shoot. That was the exit button, wasn't it? I'm used to the other way. That's okay. Cursor. I could also bind a hotkey to cursor so I don't have to do that manually. That's also an idea. Next up, too, I don't want to set all this crap up again. So I'll probably need to find a way to export all of... Oh, gaming. Gaming's a big one. Got to check gaming. Lutris. What's that look like? Well, let's just launch some old BattleNet, right? Oh, Vaxry talking about old Cosmic. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I love Hyprland. It's just, I don't know. Every time I'm in it, it just doesn't feel quite right. I don't know how else to put it. There's no like super criticism. I think a lot of people love Hyprland, super hackable. I set it up really good on a laptop, had a fantastic time with it. I love the fact you could program monitors directly into it. So when you plugged into different locations, it would read that monitor and then specify different resolutions. There's a lot of really cool stuff in Hyprland. In today's stream, God, I know if you rewatch it, it's just going to look like trash, but I don't know. Houston, we might have a problem. It died. All right. So first problem. Okay, let's try to make a window rule and say, you know what? Let's launch it as floating. Nope. Ooh, that's a bummer. All right, the cracks are starting to show. We got a little ahead of ourselves. Now, what about Vert Manager? What's that look like? Okay, this is gonna pull up fine, but let's come over to 6. What about Looking Glass? Let's go Looking Glass client with a full screen. Can't launch it like that. Man. All right. A little more work. No more gaming. Nothing is perfect. It's true. Okay, let's come back into input devices, keyboard, customizations, custom. Let's go shortcut, Windows. We're going to go Looking Glass clients, full screen. We're going to go super plus W. Super plus W is for workspace overview. What's that look like? I don't know if nah. Who needs workspace overview? Let's replace it. All right. Let's close that. All right. Looking Glass. Give me some windows. That's okay. Give me windows. There we go. Okay. Looking Glass is good. Yeah. Super O makes more sense to me too. So we got that. We got these guys. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. What could we do? F-Sync might be able to... What if we did Game Scope? We are on Wayland now, right? Can we do Wayland with Game Scope? Oh, I mean, yeah, you're giving me an alpha product. I mean, it's not will I break something, it's how much will I break? That is really the... that's really where we're at. So, I do like that. but okay. A little wonkiness there with the workspace and switching, but not too bad. I can live with that. I think what we do, let's try GameScope. GameScope NVIDIA. What's that? Has anybody ever used GameScope NVIDIA? I mean, it's a bold try, but I kind of want to look it up. GameScope NVIDIA. It's apparently a thing. Look at that. Somebody from Endeavor. Flashbang. All right. I did some gaming on KDE6. GameScope had a lot of issues. Blah, blah, blah. All I did on 11. Has anybody had it with NVIDIA? Don't use that. NVIDIA plus Intel, same results. Thanks for reply. Tend to use GameScope. I mean, I only know GameScope to work on AMD. Snapshot. Oh, Snapshot. That would be a good idea. Yes, yes. We're in a really good state right here. I 100% agree with... Oh, shit. There's another little roadblock here. That's okay. Time shift. Let's go create comments. Post cosmic tags. I mean, what do we put here? Manual? Yeah. Let's try that out. Oh, you know what? I think I like time shift better from the CLI. So that's not really an issue. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, that's a lot better interface than the GUI crap. Sometimes GUI's better, not in this case. I think time shift honestly is just better as a CLI application. Or just use rsync if you're a real man. Well, technically this is just using rsync. I mean, all this is basically a front end with rsync on it. I did a video a while back about how to move VPS servers. I think it was something with one of my jobs where I was... VPSs have this weird thing where when you're sending data up, they basically don't ever charge you anything, but as soon as you're starting to move away, they charge you, and, you know, basically kneecap you. And what I ended up doing was just a basic rsync from one server to the next. And ended up copying almost everything one-to-one over the internet. Sending all of the stuff from this one. It wasn't like anything like super mission critical or whatnot, but I was able to clone pretty much that whole VPS just with rsync. It's impressive what rsync can do. But definitely read like a lot of the options with it. Sudo-e time shift launcher. Does that work with Wayland? Yeah, rsync is crazy verbose. I love it. I'll wait for it to finish and then we'll try it. I don't know, Felipe. I look at it and there's a lot to like here with Cosmic. Now, having said that, we did run into problems launching Blizzard's wine thing from in here. It did just crash like crazy, which is unfortunate. And we're going to do a sync here, mainly just so we can capture this point in time. At this point in time, most of everything's working, but we didn't launch Steam. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Let's just wait for the sync to finish. Let's not change the system when we're backing the system up. Yeah, let's try some Steam games because I want to see how Steam responds. I know Diablo 2 isn't the best. That's like, you know, me and about 100 other people probably playing that on Linux, where a more mainline game would be good to check out. You cannot use, well, for Windows, there's a different way of cloning things. There's a lot of third-party tools you could use, but honestly, there's a lot of built-in tools for Windows. You just got to utilize shadow copies, and hopefully you don't have a bunch of idiot users with a bunch of really important documents open. Did you all know you can go above 100% complete? Shit. It's really complete now. Well, it wouldn't be grabbing my media folders, would it? Uh-oh. Oh no. Nope. It's gone off the reservation now. Main issue here. We got to cancel it. Uh-oh. Yeah. So if we look at, I mount a whole bunch of different NFS drives. I didn't even realize this, but the NFS drives could be backed up and it's not getting omitted. Ah, geez. Sudo time shift dash. I think it was sudo launcher. Yeah. Darn it. Okay. So you got the snapshot device, but we need to omit the media folder. So what I'm sorry, I'm just completely rambling. All these are NFS drives, and there's roughly 50 terabytes sitting there. Trying to back up 50 terabytes, not a good idea, if you didn't know. So let's crud. Install the Xorg Xhost package. Really? That would do it? I mean, Xorg Xhost package. Tomas. Let's see what we got. Well, do we got any love with Xorg Xhost? What the hell is that? Server access control program for X. Okay. Part of the official repo, so I'm game. So let's go time shift launcher. Nothing there. But if you go time shift over here. Oh, that's cool. The drag and drop on this is a little bit rough. But other than that, I think it's pretty good. Kind of want to just see what it does. So if you get Xorg Xhost and Xorg X Wayland, you can pretty much do a lot of X11 programs in Wayland. Ah, well, that's kind of cool. Can I unplug my Asus hot plug controller GPU tweak 3? I have no idea, man. I've never used that app. You're still streaming? Wow. I went to the gym for 1.5 hours and still going. Yeah, you know, whenever you're pimping out a new Linux desktop, it always takes a little longer. But I kind of like this. Can we move this over? Oh, I see now. I like it. I like it. So anyways, the big reason why we're doing this backup was because we found a package, and it's called Paru S GameScope-NVIDIA. What is this? I kind of want to just look at this package. So if you look at this package, let's see what it's doing. Because if we could do like a GameScope type setup in Wayland using NVIDIA, I think that'd be kind of dope. All right, update, get sources. I don't know, man. I don't know. How long do you think I'll last an old Cosmic? To the next stream, maybe? Or maybe not even to the end of this one? All right, got some Vulkan rendering. I wonder how much is this? Let's go some page down. We're gonna be here forever if I do it line by line. See if I see anything. It's not that much. I say let it rip. Let's go. GameScope NVIDIA, here we come. What's the worst that could happen? 1 more hour, that's it. Package for Cosmic, just the Cosmic group from the Pac-Man repos. Cosmic desktop. We probably should have waited for this to finish. I'm impatient though. We've waited long enough. I want GameScope and I want it now. Syncing files. All right. There's a sound reason why they call patience a virtue. Now we're just making a bunch of display changes while we're doing a system backup. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, it just takes so long to sit here at a progress bar. I don't want to put you guys through that boredom. I don't even want to sit through that boredom. Let's just break my system. Wouldn't be the end of the world. So we have that. We need to launch Steam too. Let's do some Steam action, right? Steam experimental, sure. Bring me in. Come on, cosmic gods. Let's see what happens. Show me that rustability and amazingness. Memory safe. Here we go. Okay. I don't know what that was about. I think I just clicked something I shouldn't have clicked. Cyberpunk. Here we go. We always run Cyberpunk. Classic Cyberpunk. That's a good one. We're still backing things up. We probably should wait for that to finish. We are done with the GameScope, though. GameScope NVIDIA for option Mango HUD. So GameScope. Oh, you can do GameScope. So TLDR GameScope. No documentation available. All right, fine. Old school it is. GameScope help. So you have that. We could launch Game Scope, Borderless. What I'm thinking here, what if we do like a Game Scope wrapper around our Blizzard Lutris thing to fix it? That might be cool. That might fix our issue. Yeah, I'll come back to that. DeWolf. $5 on you not lasting on this desktop through the next stream. Loving the stream, though. I appreciate it, man. You're probably not wrong, though. I don't know, though. I'm actually liking it. I am liking it. Let's see. Time shift going over. Oh, no. Time shift's done. We're good. We got our backup in. Probably shouldn't have done a backup right in the middle of installing GameScope. That was kind of dumb. But let's launch Cyberpunk. Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go. We're launching in right now to old Cyberpunk. Any second now. Okay. And what do I sound? Do I have a sound? Okay, here we go. Cyberpunk. All right. Stretch them legs. Fire it up, system. I already hear the fans coming on. It's warming up. What are we thinking for a benchmark here? If we get like 60, 70%, 60, 70. Oh, are you guys hearing it? Audio's crappy. Oh no. Do I need to do something? Okay. We need beer before this starts. I agree. I still got to work out, though. If I drink a beer before working out, that's not going to end well for me. All right, let's go graphics. And let's just run the benchmark, right? Oh, well, that's not going to work. DLS, super. Can we just go defaults? Yeah, just confirm. Ray Tracing Ultra. I don't know. What should we use here? 60 FPS locked. If we could get 60 FPS locked, that'd be pretty awesome. What about frame generation? Should we do that? And hardware accelerated GPU must be enabled in Windows. Oh, you can't do frame generation in Linux, huh? All right. Well. So you got that. Okay, so if we go here, super resolution, quality, balance, performance, ultra performance, dynamic scaling. Well, yeah, we're using DLSS, but I'm talking about DLSS frame generation. Whole different thing. Can you do frame generation in Linux? Did we ever get a verification? Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Am I just bombing out everybody with this audio? Here, I got it. Can I switch? Okay, 1 second. Bring it down a little bit. I'm sorry. There we go. We don't need to be blaring. Oh, there we go. Nice. Didn't break anything. Okay. Let's go super resolution, I guess. Let's just go defaults. See what we get. Defaults. Rocket. Great. This is going to perform like crap, but whatever. Audio didn't change. Yeah, I just reduced the volume. It's super resolution, capped at 60. I guess I should have taken off the cap, but that's ray tracing, ultra, no frame generation. I mean, there's no real point in going above 60 in my eyes. It's not like my refresh rate is that any better. Do we see drops under 60? Seems pretty stable to me. Yeah, probably a proper monitor. Go up to like 144 hertz, get a little more frames. I agree with that. I just was like, hey, let's just leave it all at stock settings, see how it goes. I mean, shoot, I could play pretty easily at that. Average FPS 57, minimum 50, upper 60, obviously. If we uncapped it, I bet we get up to like 70, 80 with all that. But we haven't even done anything with it. All of ray tracing's enabled. It's all set to ultra. We don't have any frame generation done. That's all turned off. So, I mean, I'm really happy with those settings. That's a pretty solid test, I'd say. 4070 Super. So, I mean, you know. Yeah. It's not exactly a bad card. It should fly through these tests. Okay, so we have that. We quit the game. Perfect. Okay, a little bit of artifacting here, I guess, while it... Does it final stop? What's going on here? Huh. All right, well, let's just kill it. And then if I'm back here... Oh, no. I can just kill that. And if I go library, what does that give me? It's a little buggy. So I don't think it's going to display again, so I'll probably have to, like, hit exit. Oh, there it goes. But we could kill all this. Just terminate. Yeah, there it goes. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. It does feel a little bit off, though. What about GameScope? It's already using Vulkan. It's just doing a translation. So what we got here, I'd say let's go Lutris. And I want to say we should be able to go configure. What if we come into here, enable GameScope, game resolution. Let's bring it up to like 1980 by... Oh, do we have anything? Oh, I can't actually change that. Okay, well, let's just go default full screen. Let's save that configuration. I want to see if we can't do... Heck, let's just throw a Mango HUD on there for... Will it even launch? Maybe? GameScope and NVIDIA is kind of... We're really reaching here. So I didn't anticipate that working. It'd been cool if it did, though. It does make me wonder, though. So if you go GameScope, full screen, Steam, desktop, GameScope, help. What is the launch options we have? Oh, we could do nested and then go full screen once it comes up. That also might work if we... So you could do a scaler or NIS for image scaling as well. Oh, I got an idea. I kind of want to just see if this works. GameScope, width 1920, height 1080. Let's go Steam Desktop. Seg fault. All right. I kind of figured that wouldn't work, but I thought, let's try it out anyways. GameScope and NVIDIA never works really. Is it -E for Steam integration? Oh, well, maybe I'm just missing a flag. Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, it was made for AMD Steam Deck. So yeah, that doesn't... It's like I said, kind of asking for pie in the sky at this point. Just want to stretch its legs. I would like to get this working, though. Like, this would be the same. You'd probably run into issues that... What if? So we have that. Let's take off tiling, right? And if we have this and we launch into it, is there a way to make a window rule in Cosmic? Because that would make a big difference as well. Let's just quit that. -E maybe? We can try. All right, let's stop that. Nope. All right, fine. Where? Oh, where? Okay. Killed it. Let's try to launch it again. Now, in this, can we go full screen? Nah, it just dies. Dies immediately. With DWM, it would grab the sys tray, toss it in the sys tray up here, and then pretty much just full screen the Blizzard application. Not so much here. That's okay. And let's go full screen. One more time with this GameScope. We'll try a capital E. Someone mentioned in there. Yeah. Invalid option. So we did do the right one. Alrighty. And I didn't see, was there a Wayland option here? Maybe there was. Adaptive sync. Yeah, I think since Steam's doing everything here and they're not using NVIDIA at all, I don't think we're going to get any love with GameScope working on NVIDIA. Someone like tried to like manually hack it kind of thing and toss it on the AUR sometimes, but yeah, that I didn't think that would work. It'd be fun. It would be cool if it did. Okay. So we've factored that Lucher sometimes has some stuff that just doesn't work. I probably would want to change this. If we could do a couple settings in Cosmic and say Cosmic, Linux, window rules. Is there a way to set rules for each window in Cosmic? Because like another nitpicky thing, what about the decoration? You see how we have like this title bar? We don't need this title bar here. That would be kind of redundant. Having that removed, we might be able to get it in like a setting too on the actual application itself, much like you would do with like Chrome. You can kill it. Maybe with cursor we have something from a feature standpoint. Yeah, I don't see anything here, but font autosave, word wrap, privacy mode, rules. Nah, don't see anything. Maybe turn tiling off. Well, that's just gonna float the window. So like if we turn tiling off, let's say we go here, tiling's off, tiling's on, tiling's off. No difference there. Oh wow, Supremacy said he was launching GameScope on Katie Wayland using that. NVIDIA user Supremacy, or are you AMD? If I was a bet man, I'd say you're AMD, but let's try your options. I'm always willing to give it another honest go. So you're doing we're just gonna skip that option actually. You're doing like a super resolution thing. 015 Steam. Well, that looks promising, doesn't it? Maybe. Well, hot damn. Maybe I just needed to add the reflex option. What was the -0 one? Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh well. There we go. GameScope Reaper was killed. System error. That's cool though. I mean, it kind of works. Linux users are immediately like, yes, it works. No. It doesn't work. NVIDIA with GameScope's always a terrible idea. I knew it was a terrible idea when I did it, but yeah, you know, I wanted to try it anyways. All right. Well, I think this is a pretty good rule set. We'll see. I'll tinker around with it some more today. I'm going to try and stay on it for as long as I can. There's a couple things I really would like to set some rules. Like I know in Hyprland, you can set specific rules. You can swallow from the terminal. You can do a lot of really cool stuff with Hyprland. With Cosmic, so far it's very rudimentary, but I really dig a lot of the defaults. And I'm having a pretty good time of it. I don't know how long I'll stick on it, but I think I'm going to just try and stick on it as long as I can. I might give Hyprland another shot and go from scratch. Trying to use somebody else's one. I think the big sticking point I think I have with Hyprland, reflecting back on this entire stream, was the bar. Like this bar up here with Cosmic, it's perfect. This is exactly what I want in Hyprland. I just don't like Waybar, and I don't like a lot of the exterior bars. Like I was using G-bar for a little bit. There was, what was it? AGS was another one that we can look into. I think I just got to build my own to be really satisfied with the type of setup. And I think that just takes a little bit. So that's kind of, I think, where we're at today. I really like Cosmic though. I think it's going to be a really good addition to the Linux ecosystems for desktop environments. It's a no frills. There's not like a whole bunch of crap. I love it a lot better than GNOME already, even though it's really rough around the edges. It being an alpha state, it's still, I think, light years ahead of GNOME. GNOME just drove me crazy. or GNOME, as many of the users that use it say. I do like Cosmic DE far better than it. So I'm excited to see where this goes. Yeah. So Alpha Gang, we'll roll with it. I'm sure there'll be other stuff that pops up. And honestly, like if I really like, it's just like sitting here going, oh God, I just gotta quit. The cool thing about a lot of these types of setups is we can just log out from the login screen, switch back over to like a DWM as well. So we could just pull this up and go like DWM and then just type that back in, hit enter, and we should be good to go. Although I do have that user system, a system D service that I added that might throw a wrench in things as well. So we might actually need to like do a full reboot. So maybe I did lie. Maybe that won't work. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Do we have anything over here? Huh. Is it Greet D that's causing me issues? You know, as soon as I switched to SDDM from Greet D, a lot of my issues did go away. I didn't purge the Greet D package though, and we do need to purge Greet D. I don't think it's a very good package. I don't think I'll use it again. SDDM is nice and it works every time. So kudos to the KDE team for making a really good display manager, because SDDM is very solid. Well, okay. Let's just go Paru, remove Greet D. Oh. It removes is required by Cosmic Greeter. Well, that's odd. Do we really need Cosmic Greeter? No, yeah. Yeah, that would not be good. Okay. Yeah, we do. I mean, RNSDDD. Yeah, we don't want to erase all that. Cosmic wouldn't make it to the end of the stream if we did that. Oh, no, we're just still booting directly. We're not using a bootloader anymore. We're not using system dboot. We're not using grub. Just straight up entries into our EFI using the boot manager. Yeah, we'll see if it lasts. I mean, it probably won't. But at the same time, it's like, we could always boot to like a USB drive and live environment into it. It wouldn't be an easy thing. Yeah, we're just doing an EFI stub. Double D for double damage. Oh, man. So if we go start X, can it? Okay, there it is. I was like, it's kind of strange. Well, all right. That's pretty cool. I kind of like all of that. I quit that out. Oh, yeah, that's right. So land mouse doesn't work on X11 right now. I think it's because of synergy. A little bit of a conflict there. I'm going to reboot again. I have a love-hate with Hyprland, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to just take another stab at Hyprland. I wanted to start to stream out and like show you something amazing from someone else that they made for Hyprland. But at the end of the day, I looked at a lot of the configurations they made, and there's a lot of stuff I just didn't agree with. And I was like, oh, foot? Gross. Or, gosh, fish? That's insane. Well, who uses fish for a terminal? And there's a lot of things that they did that I was just a little bit on the fence where I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. And then trying Cosmic, starting from scratch, I think it gave such a good experience because there was no configuration and we were just starting and I was like, oh, I like this. I'll just choose the things I like. And I think we made a grave error trying to grab someone else's rice, and with how my brain works and how many things I like, and I know what I like, and then trying to pigeonhole other stuff that I know I don't like into it with a customization was a mistake. I should have just started from a blank canvas on Hyprland. So I think I'm going to do that. I think that's what the next thing is I think we can take another run at Hyprland. I know I'm trying to make Hyprland a thing, but I feel like I'm close. I didn't go from scratch. And I think that was a big mistake. Just grabbing other people's dot files is wrong. And I think I need to just take the blank canvas directly from Hyprland and start from nothing. And that's what I think would maybe unlock Hyprland for me and make me like, go, okay, I love this. And finding a good bar that I like. I don't know what it is with Way Bar that I don't like, but I don't like it. And I've tried G Bar. I've tried, maybe I'd try AGS again. I think AGS, I didn't really give it much of a shot. And I feel like that might be the bar that I might enjoy. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing. And that's just it. Yeah, and I love the fact, why I always come back to DWM is the fact that it just has an integrated panel and sys-tray. It's just a simple binary with all the stuff you need. And that's what I love about it. That's, I think, why I always end up on DWM. And I'm like, well, it works, and there's just nothing there. No extra binaries, no extra crap that get in the way that's just disjointed from the main window project, where it's all just baked in. I do agree with that. There's something there. Ubar is for masochists. I've tried to customize Ubar, and the person that made that is a crazy person, a genius that, I mean, it's like a programmer that just uses a whole bunch of nonsensical variables instead of actually properly documenting their stuff. That's what OO feels like to me. OO is crazy, and it just is not fun to mod at all. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Modding out Ubar is a terrible experience. Cool project, but you have to be insane to use it and mod it and have the patience of a saint. NWG panel is real simple. Yeah, I think I've messed with that a little bit. But yeah, I think that's where we'll leave it today. Cool little look at Cosmic. Thanks for kind of goading me into being like, hey, try out Cosmic. That was fun. I really enjoyed the little Cosmic desktop. A couple little bugs here and there, but I can see a good future here with Cosmic. It's a hell of a lot better than when last time I tried like Pop OS and I was like sitting on GNOME and I'm like, God, I can't believe anybody would base anything on GNOME. The GNOME desktop environment is just gross. So, all right, y'all. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys next Monday. Next Monday, because we're doing 3 streams a week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So we'll see you next Monday. We'll jump on and see what I'm rolling. I kind of want to give Hyprland another shot. I know. And we still got to get back to programming, too. I might do a little bit of that over the weekend and catch up on WinUtil and LinUtil and see what all we got with the main channel video coming out on Christitis Tech. I know Linux Utility is going to see some probably more activity, so I'm going to definitely check in on it. But man, so much fun. I love tinkering around with all this shit. So much fun. All right, y'all. Have a fantastic one. Peace.